back with my next stream, and I have got the ASRock. There's me and the ASRock. That's all I've been working on lately. I've got the laptop over here booted up to Debian 8 is what I've got on it, and now I'm planning on letting Mom use it while I'm building her a new machine. I've got, in the previous video there, I re-backed up her machine since it's the older. There's a couple of changes in there. I know I made a file or two when I was in there doing something, but I didn't open up her email profile, but just her Thunderbird, I mean, and change her email profile. But anyway, I re-backed up from there, and then I went to the ASRock, the one where I did open up for Thunderbird and any other files I made while I was in there, and backed up to my Seagate backup. So now I got my Seagate backup drive plugged in over there in the dark. I have to reset the exposure so that you can even make out these screens at all. If you've seen how they're just turn out white, you know, any kind of screen that's even close to white. I mean, this is the best I can get it right here. I can make it a little darker, but then the text is even worse. I mean, if I zoom in on just one screen, then you can kind of see that there's blurry text there, but you can't read it unless it's really big, so can't help. That's the best I can get. But, you know, if I want to say, okay, pointing here or there, I can do that with that camera view. And, of course, I had to put it up really high to get it over my head so that you wouldn't be looking at the back of my head. First I had it down where you could, once I sat down, you could see the back of my head. So it bugged me. I was just see that head bobbing around more than you can see. You know, that's all you could see. You know, so I changed it. Now, I'm really just gonna be doing desktop for the most part, anyway. So we'll get on the desktop. Oh, I did forget to. Okay, let's make sure the stream's working again. Oh, how about that? Oh, right, same. I thought. Okay, we're back with my. But I have to this is what I'm always talking about. I have to reload now. I didn't used to have to do that. If I'd have waited about that long, it would have caught up to where I am in the stream. This is what I'm always talking about. Okay, so I'm going to close this because, see, I'm using the laptop. I'm working on the laptop, so I can't use it as my preview machine. I have another laptop, an older one even than that one, a Dell, but I'm not going to get it out right now. But next time, like after I get it, you know, I could put it right here. I mean, I got that table over there. I could put it on there. I just didn't want to fill with more stuff. 110 0. Okay, 192.168.0.110. See if I've ever been to a 110. No, I haven't. Okay, but I've been to a 112, so we'll just change it to 110. Okay, this should be able to connect because I'm on the same router with it and everything, unless something's not set right. It didn't work. Okay, let me I had this problem before. Oh, let's see if I've got the wrong. If it's trying the wrong. Last time it was doing the wrong protocol. No, that's VNC. Maybe I typed it wrong. 192. Oh, it's typed wrong. It's not a 0. I guess I should have typed it, huh? Maybe I better trust my typing better than my reading stuff that's already there. There we go. Should be all right now. Okay, fantastic. All you got to do is just go to the right address there. Okay, so let's make that fit, and let's just, what's that down there? Okay, yeah, and if I want to get out of it, I think, yeah, it's right there. You can see part of it, but not all of it. But that one, right? Oh, you have to hover it over it. Okay, that's how I get out. Sometimes there's one of these readers that only one way to get out of full screen mode, and that is to use the keyboard, or at least that's the only way I could get it. I couldn't get anything to come up here. What I'm wondering though is even getting. See that when you plug in I've got my VGA cable plugged in to that laptop. so that I could control it while I was, you know what, I shouldn't have done that, because that makes it 1024 by 768. That's what happens when I plug in that cable. It does that automatically. And actually, well, that's the most it will put out through that cable. That's also going to make it work hard. I'm thinking, okay, I've also got the USB USB wireless mouse and keyboard plugged into it, so I don't have to use it that way. I think, and I don't, and things are out of shape that way because this is a widescreen laptop, and so that's not the right. It was fine for the TV. I used to use it that way to watch a TV on the old CRT TV. It made it fit the TV. It's the only thing that would actually closest thing to fit in the TV. That's kind of the way it's why it's set up. That is why it's set up that way. But I do know that on the VGA, because that cable is broke, one of the pins is broken. I think is why it's doing that. Anyway, let me unplug it and see what happens. There we go. It made it fit the screen, and I think it made a difference. It blinked. So, I don't know. Yeah, I can't tell. I know it's not 1024 by 768 anymore. Is that the monitor? No, that's that KRFB. Monitors, I think. Yeah, 1280 by 800. Okay. So I'm going to leave it like that and say that's the best I can get out of it. It's still not wide on the, well, wait, maybe the reason, okay, let me close and open this connection again and see if it'll be different. That may be all I'm going to get off of the VNC. Because it still looks square to me. It still looks like, it may not be 1024 by 768, but it still looks square. I think that's the best I'm going to get off of it. Well, anyway, it'd be better that it's not working as hard trying to send an extra video signal out, since I'm really going to do my work on VNC. So I'm not seeing, oh, that's doing two. See, I'm not seeing my controls at the bottom. So that's doing two. See if I can make it do detect monitors. Yeah, there should only be, oh no, it's not. How do you make it quit doing that? It may just be off the screen. Yeah, let me open. Well, let me do full screen and see. Nope, something's wrong there. I can't even work from like that. Something's out of whack. Maybe I was better off before because I don't think I was missing that before. Yeah, if it, well, I'm not going to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because yeah, there's nothing there. It looks like when you have two dual monitor, and which is what I did have, and there's no controls at the bottom of the other one. Let me look in the monitors again. But sometimes with VNC it'll fool me. Monitors. See, mostly, I don't know what, oh, this is Debian. So Debian says monitors. When you're looking for monitors, Fedora says display. So you gotta figure that out. 1280 by 800. And show monitors and panel. Everything's the same. Everything's right. But I'm not getting, I don't really want that up there anyway. Hit apply, but I don't think it's not going to change a thing as to what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm going to look into the application and see if there's some setting I need to change. Leave it that like that to make sure. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, I mean, you can't page or anything, but I used it just the other day on this laptop and I didn't have that trouble. So I think me fiddling around with the display has caused it. Maybe. Let's see. Scaling, keep aspect ratio. Ooh. Yeah, looking on the laptop, everything looks great, but I don't know why I can't. Now, if I look, oh yeah, I can't get to that bar down there. When I go down to the bottom, my mouse, I can see it over there on the laptop. It doesn't go down there. And I don't know why. Let's close this application and open. Didn't I already do that? I'll try it again. Okay, and I just closed it instead of. I think I just disconnected and reconnected, so let's see if that makes any difference this time. Usually I don't run into all this trouble. Now I'm afraid that the only thing I can do is reboot the laptop to maybe fix it. I think I was fine until I started fixing it. I'm going to reboot the laptop. It reboots pretty quick. Close this app too until it gets rebooted. I guess I'll switch over to where we can see the laptop and everything like boots up. Oh, that's funky. It's making some really weird letters. You see those ones up and down, blue and dark blue and light blue? That's weird. Usually that only happens when the display settings are messed up. Maybe that's because I was fiddling with it. Plugging that in, you know, I don't know that I've hardly really, I don't know if I've actually ever really used that VGA cable on it since I've got Debian 8 on it. Oh, wrong. Sorry, what did I do? I made it go to different places, didn't I? I started typing on this keyboard when I meant to be typing on the other one, the wireless keyboard. But I can't reach it without, I'll grab it. Okay. I was trying to log in there, but that ain't gonna work on the wrong keyboard. Yeah, I didn't. I just thought that would really be helpful to have that VGA cable at first, but maybe not. Maybe everything will be okay. If it's not, it's going to be aggravating because I already know I've tried. I can't. There is no version of TeamViewer for Debian. There's a 386 version, but not a 64-bit. There's not one that I can use. Now I got to get the KRFB running, and like I said, I used KRFB recently. Shoving my keyboards around there. I put this other one back too soon. I wasn't done with it. Okay. That always comes up and stays behind there. I did it wrong. Try one more time. Right to the last two letters, and then I hit like in between the keys and got no telling what. Okay, desktop sharing, and then I want unattended access. It's not like, that's one thing about that KDE app, it doesn't do like, it doesn't put it in the cursor in the right spot for you like it should. Now, I had to do this. Okay, so this has got wired and wireless, you know, internet, Wi-Fi and wired Ethernet connection. And for some reason, it defaults to the wireless connection when I open this app up, and that is 54 megabits. That's the max this thing will do. So I worked around it by turning off the Wi-Fi, and then I turned it back on. I thought, well, you know, it might be helpful while I'm working, and I'd rather have it on and not be going, why isn't something working, you know? Okay, I need to try to disable that. That didn't help yet. Quit that app. Wi-Fi. Okay, now open the app back up. Okay, now it's good, the way I want it. Now it's on the wired. Man, did me again. Almost any app you open up, when you got to type in a password, it'll put you in that first cursor position. Websites too. So you can just start typing. Well, I just do it. Don't even look. But you can't do that. Okay. 0 to 110. Now turn that Wi-Fi back on just in case I need it. Hooks right back up real quick. I mean, I've got the password saved, you know, so I've got wired in Wi-Fi. I have this theory in my head that it might help me. It might share both connections sometimes automatically. I might have read that something can do that, but I don't know. I don't know if it does that or not. Okay, we're back on. Everything, every little thing, when you jump around from one computer to the other, can potentially give you a little problem. That can be aggravation. Whoa, almost tapped on the wrong keyboard again. Put this one back. Okay. There. Okay. I don't know. Reboot. I think me unplugging that sharing desktop connection fit. Now see when I full screen, it'll be big enough. Like it's in right shape and bigger. But so I had I guess unplugging that cable. Yeah, I've done it, you know, at times. Like so, sometimes I'd forget and leave that plugged in and plug in my S-video cable on the other side, and I'd booted it up and. I think you get nothing on the TV when you do that, but if you unplug the VGA, then you'll get something on the TV. But anyway, in that, you can get by with that most of the time without having to reboot, but not in that case, not today. So now everything's back to working. Okay, so it's connected to the USB. Let's just look on. First I want to make her a screen name. I don't want to copy anything anywhere. Okay, that's my Cadian Live videos. That's it, videos. I keep talking about I edited some videos lately. There they are right there. And I don't have an OBS. Yeah, you can't even install. I tried to install OBS on here and I couldn't. It wouldn't install. I think. I don't know that it would really be, because quad core is the first machine I've had that you could really stream with like I'm doing. I didn't have enough power, you know. Oops, we are in. Okay, we're in caps lock for some reason. No. There. Oh, that's backwards. The caps lock is on my keyboard now, but it's not caps lock on that. That stupid laptop is that way, I think. I think you can hit a key on the laptop and stop that. Let's see. Oh, I hate that. Let me look at it. Get out of the. Okay. I better mute that SM58 while I'm trying to. I just wanted to talk to you while I was doing it and maybe show. I can't see it. I mean, some of these keys, you know, have black letters on the top and blue ones on the bottom. That means that you hit a shift key or something and it'll make it do that. Scroll lock, system, print screen system required, num lock, scroll lock, insert pause. I remember having trouble with laptops getting into caps lock, and there it is. Okay, it's got a real big key over there. Okay, now let me see what happens. See if I type on my remote desktop, will it still be in caps lock? Okay, let's see. Now it's normal. So, but I don't know if when I type on the keyboard, will it be normal? It's in caps lock on the keyboard over there. That's weird. Guess that's some sort of, it's a bug, I would say, in the program. Well, you know, it's probably not a bug in the program. It's probably my USB cable, endoscope cable was stuck behind my mic handle there on my mic thing. What am I on? Yeah, so you kind of saw what I was fooling with. All right, let's go back to the, let's change the. Okay, we're back on the 58 again. That's definitely the one to do that when you're not moving around or anything. Okay, now, I think we're finally to where we can try. Before I go any further, since I went around in circles, and it's been a while since I've started streaming, I'm going to have to open this up here, just check it, but I want to check my check this live stream and make sure we're still good. Okay. Let's see. Check this live stream. Yep, we're still good. All right. Now, still making our backup video. Okay, we can go to full screen. Man, that's fiddly. Okay. I wanted to get to there. Now, that's good for me now, but of course, the next time I actually type on that keyboard, if I try to type in I got to remember to turn that off on that keyboard on that laptop, because I'll be trying to type in the login password or something. That's about the only thing I ever do type on that keyboard, and it won't work. Or maybe if I grab my wireless, it could be since I have too many keyboards plugged in, it could be that causing it. Let's see. Yeah, that one does it. Maybe it's in caps lock. Oh, it is. The wireless keyboard was in caps lock. It must have got in caps lock by me picking it up, and it's right there on the left, just like the laptop. So now it's normal. Now that one's big again. Let's see, which one is it? Now it's normal. Okay, it was the wireless. So there's the answer to that problem right there. That's still caps lock over there, though. So we're not fixed. Okay, so I still have to go and. Oh, that's back to being in caps lock. Oh, when I hit that caps lock button, they're fighting with each other. So the wireless caps lock button so I don't really know how to remedy that. If I want to type on this keyboard, well, I can do that. Make it work. Let's see. Okay, now those two are right. Now this one. What did I do? I accidentally hit the me get out of that. Well, yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to keep accidentally hurt something. You can do it in a word processor where I can't hurt nothing. Okay, so my keyboard, that's caps. Okay, but I'm not in caps lock. Now, the wireless, it shows to be in caps lock. Now this one, they're all in caps lock. Okay. Now turn the keyboard on the, okay, that's small letters on the laptop itself. There's the wireless, and there's mine. Okay, every time I change one, they're just not, they're in conflicting with each other. Yep. That turned the caps lock on all of them. No, except for mine. So what I'm trying to arrive at is having the caps lock off on the laptop, so we won't have trouble. Okay, that's fine on the laptop. That was the laptop and the wireless. Now it's caps lock here, but I'm more likely to figure out what's going on here. Okay, leave it like that. As long as it's going to be a pain no matter what, but at least the wireless keyboard has a big A that turns green, and I can see that it's caps lock is on. Well, I learn a new thing every day. It's probably ran in. I don't know that I ran into that before, because I don't remember doing that before, particularly exactly that. But wow, what a crazy bunch of stuff. Okay, we're in thetas. Yeah. Okay, so this is the backups, and whoops. Oh yeah, I still have to make her a username. Being in caps lock makes my keyboard not type right. I'm getting the V. This is weird. Okay, I'm going to say this is a bug in the program then, because, well, let me try something. I'm going to turn off the... I turned off the electric one. I'm still getting that. I didn't know it was even possible to have, I mean, caps lock is not shift. I'm still not getting, I can't get a period on my keyboard, on my regular keyboard. Okay, you crazy machine. If I ever saw something like this before, I don't know when. But now my keyboard is stuck, and I turned off the wireless. At least I think I did. Here's what I think I can do, though. I'll turn off caps lock on mine and just start using... Wait a minute. How can that work? I turned it off. Oh, I didn't turn it off. I just thought I did. It didn't turn off. Okay. I'm just going to... Well, let's try it again then. Okay, now. Nope, still not working. I already closed that word processor. I'm going to get my keyboard out of caps lock so that I won't end up messing myself up. Turn this wireless one back on. And I can either use the wire... I'll just go ahead and use the wireless mouse or my mouse in here. Well, I think I'll use mine, because that way when I try to go to other places on my machine, I won't have it not working. And okay, that's working right. So we have caps lock off on the laptop, and my keyboard is acting crazy. It probably is because I have maybe there's something different. I don't know why. I mean, it don't run. I do that kind of stuff all the time. But there's maybe something different about it. I don't know if it's the program here, the VNC, or my keyboard. Let's get out of this. I'll find out if my keyboard's not messed up somehow. I don't think so. I mean, if it is, it's some kind of thing that temporarily messed it up. Okay, I'll just get into the video. You know, same. Yeah, see, everything's fine there. Yeah, I get the periods just like I should. So it's just something about it in VNC. In this, I don't remember this before. Definitely aggravating. And I mean, all this time I've been fiddling with this, I could have been getting work done. That's what aggravates me. Because normally I'm not in a hurry. I'm not on any kind of deadline. But I'm still trying to get this machine set up for my mom before. If I have to put her machine back in there for her to use, then I'll have to do all these backups all over again, you know. So, or at least I would have to, like, back up her machine to my drive and then, you know, bring it into this machine. So if I could get this through before she needs her machine, I'd be happy. So let's get back to work. Okay. Yeah, that SSH folder, I went ahead and deleted. I left the public key because that would be from her old machine. I'm sure I haven't ever made a public key on the new one. But when I do, it'll be this. If I make her a public key, I just used to always use a public and a private key, but it needs to be made on the machine. But anyway, the public keys are the only ones you share with other machines, other people. So anyway, but that and this backup, yeah, I think it threw me off, and that's when I was trying to log in. I don't know, I can't even explain it, but I think I had that wrong private key in that. I think I might have ended up copying it into. Well, no, I didn't do that because I didn't copy the dot folders. I just copied the regular folders. All right, so do I want to use Lucky Backup or this? Oh, I haven't made her the. Got to make her username first, and then I'll copy her Thunderbird profile. 30318. I got to make sure which one is the right one. They both have very new dates now. And 030418 is probably the one. I don't delete the old ones when I copy I don't delete the originally made ones. One reason I was kind of afraid it might cause the program to not work right, and kind of as a backup, but really in case something goes wrong, I could at least, the program wouldn't be broke, but it gets confusing, so I probably shouldn't do it that way. I think it's the one with the 9, the one at the top, though. So I'm going to leave that there. Now let's go back. Get out of the drive, because the next time I open that up, I may not be. Okay, this is Domain 8, and this is my username. And what I need to do now is make her let's see, how am I going to get to? Oh, this is Mate Desktop. No, I'm so used to that. I've been working on XFCE. Okay. I want to find. This is Domain. I want to find how. K-user. Well, let's open. Let's see what K-user is. But this is Mate Desktop. So I don't. That's a KDE app. I don't see why I'd be needing to use a KDE app to change the user. Surely you don't have to go do it in the command line. There it is, but it's not. I guess it's not finished opening up yet. I think it might have crashed. Minimize that. I keep seeing that, and I'm used to having the system. Well, there's a K-user, yeah. Yeah, it's not running. I think it just tried to open up and didn't make it. I don't know what that is. It may not even be something you're intending to use, run on its own. So let's go in here. Administration, Synaptic, Windows wireless drivers. You can install them with that NDIS wrapper if that's the only way you can get your wireless to work in Debian. I don't know if you can do that in Fedora, but I think it doesn't have anything like that right there to make it easy to do. But I've never actually had to do it though. Okay, I don't see what I want to change to, add a new user. I may have, on this, I may have KDE full desktop installed. I see a lot of KDE stuff on here. It's not a long drawn out command. If you could remember it, it's real simple. Well, it's simple in Fedora. It's probably pretty simple in Debian too. But in Fedora, you just go to users and groups and do it. And the GUI and mate. And this is mate, so I figured it'd be in there. Try control center. System settings. Well, that's KDE though. I must have KDE on there, or I wouldn't have all that. That just makes it highlight. Well, it helps you, kind of. This whole, and I don't care which desktop you got or what, Domain or Fedora, this never helps me much because the ones I'm looking for and using all the time are, oh, okay. I was clicking those and it actually opened that section up. I didn't know. It was taking a second. Okay, Firefox, Thunderbird, that's the preferred applications. That seems to have already been done. Yeah. Except for the file manager. You can't select Crusader, which is what I'd prefer. Yeah, okay. that acting like it's not running out of video memory. It's on remote desktop for a minute. And I started to say, "Oh, is the video acting up?" Okay. Before I go any further, and I may have to do it in the terminal, but first I want to make sure why don't I just do it from here? I think I'll just do it while I'm in here, I guess. I may have to go and do a Google search anyway and find out the commands. So before I do that, I will go and yeah, I think I can do that from here and go to YouTube and because yeah, I'm already logged in because I did set this up for myself. So yeah, there it is right there. We'll just click on that, see what it looks like. So that's what it looks like to a live user. I mean to another, well I guess it looks like that to another user. And of course I don't know why I did that. In my, you're not going to be able to see that with remote desktop. Okay. Whoops, I clicked the wrong thing, opened it up in a whole nother window. That's because I'm on the wrong keyboard. How to add and delete users on Debian 8. There we go. Yeah, I knew it was pretty simple. Add ADD user Sammy. Okay. Let's kind of read that, make sure there's not any gotchas. And you know, it always tells you in these instructions to use sudo command. Thing is, in Fedora, you're not by default put into the sudo users. You're not even allowed to use it. But if you type su instead of sudo, then you'll be fine. You won't have to fiddle around with trying to change your permissions on your own user. That's another reason why I do that. If you don't want to fill in the rest of the questions, it's going to ask you questions, it says. And you can hit enter to skip them. Oh, okay. Well, let's just do it that way, because even if there's a GUI interface, I'm tired of looking for it. And that just looks pretty good. Adding user, adding group. Okay, this is the only thing I didn't want to do it and have it. You know, when you do it in the GUI, it just sets it up the normal way, about the default way, and it's fine. You don't have problems. But I want to get in there and give it the wrong user, wrong group, and all that. You know. But I don't. You're not gonna. I think it's just gonna say do this automatically. I think it will. Hopefully it's not. If it's going to show the password in there, then that won't be good though. You know, if it's not obfuscated, I'll have to do something to make sure that doesn't show. Alright, but that's pretty good. How to grant users sudo privileges, and I won't go into all that because like I said, if you use SU, you don't even have to have sudo privileges. Now, if I run into trouble, she's not. Well, if I run into trouble, I'll definitely need that. But I could do it in the see if there. You know what? I'm gonna do one more search. See if there's a GUI way to do it. I would like to know that. Yeah, I'll say GUI first and see. That was the same one. NDCLI plus GUI. Well, let's see what that says. Yeah, this doesn't have any ad blockers on it. See, there's a good example of why I hate going without an ad blocker. Yes, I do, and it popped up anyway. Never mind, this does have my favorite ad blocker, AdBlock Plus, but that came up anyway. See, you still get some of that crap even with it on there. I think this is Ubuntu. That looks like a Ubuntu standard setup there, and that will be different, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, Okay, GUI, CUI, CLI, command line interface. You know, I always think of a CLI as the CLI. I've forgotten what it stood for. Command line interface. I always think of it as the command line apps that show a little wizard. You know, a little not the straight command line. But I may be wrong about that. Usually when they say CLI, that's what they mean, though, most of the time. All right. Open System Settings, click User Accounts. Let's try it again. Oh, let's see. System Administration. See, there's no system settings in here. Well, let's try this way. If I type on this keyboard, it's a good keyboard, but I just can't type. Of the wireless keyboards I've ever typed on, this is the best one for me, but yeah, I don't see a single thing that even, there's no system settings. Maybe I just don't have that app on here then. KDE system settings. It might work. This is not KDE. This is not KDE. Okay. It's got me wondering, but you can't lay out KDE like this, so it's not KDE. I know that. See, if I click to another desktop before it gets open, maybe it'll. It's not a complicated command at all, and I've done it before. As a matter of fact, I remember my old computers in the garage, I had to look it up and do it that way. It might be best if I do it that way. We'll see. Maybe that's not even going to open up. I may not have the full KDE desktop. It may not have enough stuff to run it. End up giving it too much to do. Mate settings, daemon. Okay. I don't think that is running. Just go ahead and minimize that browser to make sure. Yeah, I don't think it is. Maybe I'm just gonna already put that in there. If we're running Unity, yeah, that's not. I'm running Mate. But this is exactly like, this looks identical to the old Ubuntu desktop. The last time I tried out Ubuntu, the laptop is getting a little. Its fans working a little harder. Got just getting these too many. Yeah, that's only 2017. I thought maybe it might be even older. But that's what I'll do then. I'm going to go ahead and do it like they're saying to do it. But what I'll do is, whoa, stay there, not that far. Okay. Take my time and be careful. There we go. All right, now then. ADD, USER space. Okay, it just did all that by default. Ooh, messed up. Okay, it updated successfully. I'm going to use the default. default, which is 0. Now, I might should have done the full name the way I do in Fedora. I might should have typed in theta with a capital T, but I think you could go, well, I don't know how you'd go in there and fix it, but I'm not going to worry about it now. It is really nice to have your name at the top so you know what username you're logged in at. Is this correct information? Yes. Definitely can't fix it now. That's it. That was all the questions. Okay. Okay. I'm going to save that. Put it in a file for me that'll give me the command for one thing. It'll show me exactly how it goes. My remote desktop is not really keeping up with my work. I'm just now realized I looked over at the machine and it's because I can see this is a laptop. I can look over there to the left and see it. I haven't done it all this whole time. Boy, that's going bad. I'm going to have to close and open that connection and see if it'll fix it. Let me go. I'm going to go ahead and save that file before I do anything else. Oh, now it's back to normal. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Hope I guess I better check my stream. Okay, that's a good thing to say. Oh, it's doing it again. Okay, it asked me running hard on the machine or anything right now. I think I'll close this connection and open it back up. Sometimes that'll fix it when the VNC starts acting up. Well, I don't know. I hit close on the app. I can see, you know, like I said, I can look over to the laptop and hit close, and it didn't do anything yet. Machine may be already tired. It shouldn't be. Now it's back to normal. Okay, close terminal. I'm going to close the browser too before I... Now everything's kind of back to normal. Let's see. I'm going to do that and see if that'll help it. Because, well, I want to know. Okay, I'm just going to disconnect. I'm going to even close the app and open it back up in a minute. Oh, make sure my machine's not the one having trouble. It is my machine. OBS Studio is using 3. I've only got 4 gig of memory. There's something going wrong in OBS Studio. That's what it's all about. Is my machine. My machine, the whole thing is just getting in trouble. So I'm going to have to stop this stream, and I can just close OBS Studio and open it back up. It should be fine. I don't know. When I'm doing the stream, it's like, well, I'd rather reboot, you know, to be sure. Or maybe I will. I think I'll reboot the whole machine just to make sure. So I'm going to get out of here before this machine locks up, and then I'll reboot and come back, and it should be okay after that. I don't know what's causing that. Usually it doesn't happen unless you've been messing with the settings while you're recording. Alright, I'll be back.